you add value to environment while investing? Do you engage in eco-friendly practices and are conscious of how you use the natural resources? If yes, I have some good news for you. What if I told you that by making investments in bond market, you may continue to practice your eco-friendly behavior? Crazy, right? Hi, I am Ruchita and I welcome you all to our knowledge series by SMEST Discover, where you can get smart about investing. We as a world are working towards fostering a sustainable ecosystem and creating a positive environmental impact for all life on the planet. And you as an investor can also contribute towards this sustainable future. So, in today's video, we will talk about how you can continue to be an environmentally conscious investor and learn about some of the sustainable bonds that are used for sustainable finance. Let's begin and see how you can be a wise and a responsible citizen. Number one is the green bonds. As green is the name given for anything related to environment. A green bond is specifically designed to raise money for climate and environmental projects. Green bonds are just like the traditional bonds and issued by the governments and corporations to fund environmental related initiatives. To understand green bonds, simply finance projects aimed at renewable energy, energy efficiency and sustainable agriculture and other similar projects that have a positive impact on the environment. Now, you may have also heard about green bonds as climate bonds or sustainable bonds. The words green bonds and climate bonds have been used interchangeably. However, they differ in that green bonds are a larger category of instruments relating to projects with beneficial environmental impact. And climate bonds are especially used to fund initiatives that cut carbon emissions or lessen the consequences of climate changes. You must be wondering that if you have the option to invest in some high return bonds, then why should one invest in green bonds? Well, let me give you some reasons to invest in green bonds. Green bonds help to drive investments in environmentally friendly projects and encourage companies and governments to prioritize sustainability and betterment of the environment, and in turn to improve the quality of life in general. Green bonds may also come with tax incentives such as tax exemption and tax credits, making them a more attractive investment. This is a good option for the investors seeking to save taxes. In the current market scenario, the focus on green initiatives is quite high and is also quite beneficial in attracting foreign investments. This will reduce the cost of capital for the companies and benefit the nation. Now, along with the benefits, there can be some challenges for green bonds. Let us see what they are. Since the market of the green bond is quite new, there is lack of investor awareness on green bonds. Another important feature of green bond is that they usually have a tenure of around 10 years, which may not seem attractive for investors with short-term or medium-term investment horizons. Now, another important point to consider before investing in the green bonds is that the projects for investing through green bonds are capital intensive and require extensive amount of time to generate returns. And this might not be a good option for investors seeking for early returns. These were some of the advantages and challenges of green bonds. Let's see its history and current status. The World Bank issued the first green bond for institutional investors in the year 2008. It is a major issuer of green bonds and has issued around $14.4 billion of green bonds from 2008 through 2020. And the funds generated from these bonds have been used to support 111 projects around the world, largely in renewable energy and efficiency, clean transportation and agriculture. Since the issuance of the first green bond, the markets for green bonds have grown considerably. Any guesses for what is the current market size of green bonds? Well, the Climate Bonds Initiative estimates that $269.5 billion in green bonds were issued in 2020, and the cumulative green bond market has grown to $1 trillion by volume. In India, SEBI issued a concept paper in 2015 highlighting the framework for the issuance of green bonds and their ultimate usage and reporting. In the fiscal year ending on March 31st, 2023, the Indian government concluded the sale of rupees 160 billion in green bonds, of which the first tranche was released in January 2023 that raised 80 billion. This green bond initiative is expected to raise funds for rupees 400 billion worth of green projects in the upcoming years. Just as green stands for environment, blue stands for oceans. You guessed it right. Let us understand blue bonds. Blue bonds. Blue bonds are a subset of green bonds and are issued to finance projects that aim to promote ocean conservation and sustainability. The term blue refers to the color of the ocean, and blue bonds are designed to raise funds for the projects that help protect and restore the health of the world's oceans. Projects such as ocean cleanup, renewable energy generation, sustainable fishing practices, protection of the marine habitats, and biodiversity are funded from the blue bonds. In 2019, the World Bank launched blue bonds to draw the attention of the world to plastic waste pollution in the oceans. This callable step-up fixed rate bond raised 10 million USD. Blue bonds are relatively a new development in the world of sustainable finance, and it is seen as an innovative way to channel investment capital towards projects that have positive environmental impact. Blue bonds can be issued by governments, banks, or corporations, and they enable investors to fulfill their corporate social responsibilities and generate benefits for the ocean and humankind. Now, let's see how does a blue bond work. In blue bonds, earnings are generated from investments in sustainable blue economy projects, and to repay the capital and interest, the issuer of a blue bond has a source of revenue from the above projects. The Securities Exchange Board of India has proposed the concept of blue bonds as a mode of sustainable finance which can be utilized for various blue economy related activities. India has a huge scope for deployment of blue bonds in various aspects of blue economy, such as oceanic resource mining, sustainable fishing, national offshore wind energy projects, and in the area of blue beach ecotourism. You can share about your involvement, direct or indirect, in any of ocean health initiatives taken by you in the comment section below. The development of blue economy projects can add to the growth of potential in India, as India has 7,500 km long coastline and 14,500 kilometers of navigatable inland waterways. At present, the blue economy comprises 4.1% of India's economy, and it has potential to grow beyond and create a bigger impact. Well, I hope this video did enlighten you to start your own sustainable investments. Visit SMEST.in and take your next step towards investing wisely. But before signing off, always remember, investment in debt securities are always subjected to market risks. Please read all the offer-related documents carefully before investing. For any queries in this module, please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.